So this week on Project Mayhem, we're going to remove this back bumper. We had an issue, well, I have an issue with this exhaust cutout thing going on. This bumper's got damage on it. This side especially is really damaged. So we got another bumper here, as you can see over there on the ground. But if you look on that side, you see how it's damaged. I don't want to go out like that, so I'm going to go ahead and change it for a nice replacement. So first thing we got to do is get that exhaust out the way, because it's not going to work with the new bumper. The new bumper doesn't have any cutouts like that. So let's go ahead and lower that exhaust to the ground. All it is these two rubber isolators under there that hold it up. We're going to get that off and then drop it to the ground. Then I'll show you guys how to do the rest. So here we are on the side of the car. You go under here, you see this is the exhaust right here. If you keep going under, you're gonna see isolator right here, okay? This little rubber hanger. It stops the exhaust from rattling. So you can either take the bolt out of this hanger right here and pull it out, or you can pull the rubber off. I find it easier to take the bolt out. This bolt and this one in particular is 10 millimeter. I don't know if that's the proper size on all of them, because the other side was 13 millimeters. So I don't know. Try both and see which one works for you. Now that we got the exhaust dropped, see, it's not going to drop all the way to the ground because this is an axle back, so it goes up and over the axle. So it's resting on the rear end now. Next thing you want to do is remove the molding nuts. So the way the molding nuts go is there's two under here, and the rest are on the inside of the bumper. So if you look here, I mean, really look at it, the car was hit right here for whatever reason. It's pushed in. So we move under the bumper like this, and you're gonna see two bolts. You see this one down here and that one there. Looks like there was an accident here, so it's all bent. Remove these two on this side, and there's another two on the other side. And then we'll move up top and remove the other ones up there. So you want to come up here, and you're going to take a look at these studs right here. There's nuts that go on them. I took them off already with a 9 millimeter socket. There's one there. There's one there, and there's one there. See it? Okay, so we're going to move back here. And if you pull it out the way, take a look, you're gonna see one there, another one there, and way down there, see it? Somebody didn't even put that one on right. So there's three of those on this area, and on the other area back there, there's another three down in there. So after you remove the studs, the 9 millimeter nut off the studs, there should be 1, 2, 3 plastic clips underneath the bumper cover, but it looks like somebody had taken out most of them, or at some point. It actually looks like the bumper itself underneath is bent right here at the bracket. So we're just going to go ahead and change the whole bumper assembly. So to do that, there's a few more little areas that we got to deal with, but for now that's what we're looking at. So these are the plastic clips that hold the bumper cover to the actual bumper itself. So upon further inspection, it actually looks like it was hit right here. As you can see, it's kind of bent. Also looks like at some point they were pushing it with something else. Maybe it was stopped or something, I don't know. So, and I also noticed some other things underneath. Let's take this bumper cover off. Oh, there it is. It's off. Okay, so I'm gonna chuck that to the side. Okay, it's garbage. If you look, just look down here at the bottom. See how that one's straight? This one's buckled under for whatever reason. So it's bent. So we're gonna go ahead and change the bumper too. So you can see that this bumper itself has actually been hit at some point. As you can see here, the bracket is bent in. This Mustang has lived a pretty rough life, so we're gonna take a 9/16 ratchet or wrench, whatever you can fit in there, and remove these 3 bolts. Okay, what you want to do is remove the 2 bottom ones first on each side, and then the top one, so then that way you don't have it hanging or having too much pressure on one side. Okay, so look at this. This is all just janky. It's all loose. Bumper probably gonna sit right. So I put a jack stand on the one side, so this just tumble to the ground. You don't have to support it. There it is. That's one side. All right. There it is. Bumper removed. So here we got the old bumper. It's pretty beat up. See, it got dinged over there, and it's got those cutouts for the exhaust that I do not like. So here is another bumper from an 88 that I had parting out at my shop about a year ago, and I kept it. Just had a little foresight, decided to keep it, and here it is. You need it. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and mount this up. Same 3 bolts on the same side, and then all the studs on the other side. And all this area here that usually is ignored in restorations, and paint it, and I think it'll look great. All right, so to clean it, or to clean this area behind the bumper, we went ahead and used some spray 9, and it just broke up all that road grime that's been there for such a long time, and then we just took a rag and wiped it off. So we're gonna use some Rust-Oleum satin black paint. We're gonna go ahead and hit this panel area here behind the bumper, and we're just gonna do that for good measure. We have the panel off, might as well keep it fresh. It doesn't look too bad, it's not rusty or anything, it's just keep it fresh. That's how we do on Junkyard Dogs, baby. So now that we got the back here nice and painted, okay, so we ain't gonna have no rust problems back there ever again, at least not in my lifetime. We are going to go to the yard right now and find another molding, because this one got all bent up. Actually looks like that this car was hit on this side. So we're gonna remove this molding here. It's real easy. There's usually 2 Phillips head screws here, then obviously the 2 studs to go into the bumper mold, bumper cover, and you just lift up and it comes off, and there it is. So we're gonna go find another one, man, because this one's kind of funky now, as you can see back here, and it's such an easy part to find. I don't see the point of fixing it. So all right, so there it is. We just turned it to an LX real quick. All right, so yeah, let's get this cracking, man. Let's go ahead and hit the yard. And we got this GT in here. We've got a lot of stuff off of this already. We took the hatch off of the same GT. So here, we got a nice molding that's nice and straight. And yeah, we're good to go. It looked like somebody was gonna take the door, but they stripped the molding off. The door looks pretty good though. It's not all beat up and anything, but I don't need it. So now that we got that molding that we said we were gonna pick up, here we have, see how it's nice and straight right here? And you just put it back on the clip and you just push it down. On this side, there's 3 screws, not 2. So it's 1, 2, and then 3, 1 down there. But you can't get to it obviously with the tire in the way, so we'll do that later. But for right now, we just take a 9/16 wrench and you put the bolts back in here and just screw it on. And then take the studs and make sure you guide the studs into the proper holes. The studs that are on the bumper cover, like that one right there. and make sure you feed them into the right holes so that you can go ahead and secure it down on the inside. Let's go. All right, so we got the metal bumper kind of loosely on here. As you can see, it's still kind of loose. The reason why you want it loose is because you want to be able to fit the bumper cover in snugly, because they're actually attached at the bottom. So you want to make sure that that it fits on snugly in place. Then you want to go underneath the car and tighten the bumper bolts, and that's how you get your nice flush look. So let's go ahead and knock that out. All right, so you see how it's kind of sagging a little bit right here? It's because the bumper is sitting downward. It's the actual bumper underneath. So what we're gonna do is go under there, lift it up so that this area here is flat. And that's how you adjust it after. You just get the nuts in there just enough to hold the bumper cover in place. And then, yeah, lift the bumper, tighten it down, and there you go.